Hello, you all. As you know, I'm Jim Coleman. I'm here at Coleman Crest Farm. I want to talk to you today about how you can take your farm from zero to $100,000 and what I did here at Coleman Crest Farm to make that happen. I'm right now here in Garden of Eden. What you're seeing right now is my major #1 crop, and it's called okra. Okra is a blooming crop. It's in big demand, and a lot of farmers here in Lexington, Kentucky, they don't grow it. So I've got the market to myself. So one thing that you want to do to be able to focus on growing your sales and making your farm profitable and successful and getting your farm to $100,000 is making sure that you're growing crops that are in high demand in your market that other farmers do not even want to be bothered with. I love okra because it's easy to plant, it's easy to harvest. My insects out here, all of the different ecosystem partners from all the different kinds of bugs, they don't even like the taste or smell of it. So it's low maintenance, it grows like crazy, and the yield on it is incredible. For me, I'm able to get it to the market without a lot of competition, and I can get a better price. I'm not out there having to compete and having to lower my price, so that's going to increase your sales. The second thing is that you've got to be the top salesperson out there. You've got to get out there and get with it. As the owner of your farm, whether it's a 1-acre farm or 10,000 acres, you're the CEO, you're the owner, you're the fixer, you're the mechanic, but most of all, you are the salesperson. So today, having good selling skills and good customer service skills are essential in helping you to be able to get your product sold at retail or at a farmer's market or wherever you decide to sell your produce. I rely on commercial accounts like independent retailers, restaurants, and wholesalers where I can drop big loads of my product and be able to help them to be able to get it sold to our customers that we are partnering with to be able to satisfy their needs. So you've got to pick the right kind of distribution channel and the right kind of selling process that fits you. But most of all, you've got to have good personal selling skills. That means you've got to be enthusiastic. That means you've got to be able to tackle objections. You've got to be able to explain how your product is going to help to create more traffic in the store, how it's going to create more bottom line profits, and how it's going to help a lot of customers out there, commercial customers, as well as if you're out there at a farmer's market, how it's going to make their day, make them happy, and talk about all the health benefits. Again, I'm an organic farmer, so everything that I grow in Lexington, it's in demand because it's locally grown, it's organic, and my farm's got a ton of history. My great-grandfather purchased this farm back on March 27, 1888. So talking about your farm's legacy, talking about the benefit of your product, and talking about that it is locally grown and clean. It doesn't have any chemicals in it, and it's ready to go, and it's fresh. That is going to help you to be able to close more business. Also, you've got to be able to understand the pricing that's going on out in the market. You can't just go out and sell. You might sell your product at a price that's too low, where you're not making enough to be able to offset your cost. And you don't want to be where you're totally out of line with what the market is. You want to be a little bit above what the price is at wholesale. So whatever your price is, talk to your customers, find out what they're paying at wholesale for their various types of produce. And from there, look at your pricing, and I would bump it up 10 to 15%. You can't be at 50 because then you're out of control. They're going to say, you know what, you're nuts. I'm going to give you a chance. But you want to be competitive, but you also want to get that extra amount because you deserve it. You're locally grown. If you're an organic farm, you can talk about all the health benefits, and you're going to be unique out there, especially if you start growing great products like okra and other hard to find but high demand produce out there in the market. You've got to also work with, what I've learned is you've got to be able to work with your nature partners, your what I call all the pollinators out there, and all of your friends that are ecosystem partners to help you to grow. This year's been a little bit of a challenge for us because, we've had 6 weeks of rain, and that hurt the number of bees out there and monarch butterflies that I usually am able to attract to my farm. So we got started a little bit late. That offset the growing time frame, and because we had a lot of our partners that suffered, we then had lower yields this year. So what I've learned is you've got to make sure that you grow bees on your farm, that you continue to make it a great, easy to understand habitat for all of the different ecosystems that are coming in from bees from all over the world. We've grown sunflowers, and the year we've grown sunflowers, we've had more bees. Last year, when I did almost $100,000 in gross sales, we also grew sunflowers. And when we had sunflowers, that brought in a ton of different monarch butterflies as well as bees to help us. Bottom line is that you can exceed $100,000. I haven't even scratched the surface on our farm. I'm doing everything uncovered. I've got a great well system, but I'm on 1.4 acres of the 13 acres that I own here at Coleman Crest Farm. So I could easily expand. On top of that, I could bring in a covered system called a hoop house or a greenhouse. If I had one or two of those and expanded on the amount of space that's uncovered, I could easily get this farm to $500,000 a year. Again, you don't need 10,000 acres to be able to generate $400,000 to $500,000. I'm on my way. I encourage you to do the same thing, but you can take it one step at a time. You can go at a half acre, then go to 1 acre, and then grow from there. Build your customer base, learn what's going on in the market, find out what's selling, find out more than what's selling, find out what's in demand that a lot of farmers, especially the local farmers, are not growing, and seize the moment and capitalize on that opportunity. So you can do it. You've got to focus. You've got to be strategic. It comes down to grit, smart, good selling skills, making sure that you're planning properly, growing things that are in demand, and making it happen. I wish you the best. I hope you to continue to watch the Jim Coleman Show, because I'll continue to have golden nuggets to be able to help you to meet your objectives and to help you to take 1 to 2 acres where you can get your farm also to $100,000 in gross sales. We'll see you out there.